far away from, let's start with you guys in Bristol. How far away from that is the guy in Wales?
We're quite close. I'd say about sort of half an hour drive, 20 minutes, half an hour.
Ah, okay. So it's not that far. Okay. It's not like you're going from here to Paris or someplace. You can get together relatively quickly. Okay. I
No,
got you.
going to Paris, to be honest. But
What's that?
I wouldn't mind going to Paris, to be honest. But
No, I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
either.
mind either.
Can you get us comps to that show too?
yeah, for sure.
And airplane tickets and
Really?
hotel rooms and
Oh,
John, John Bon Jovi, you're sitting there up until now. You've been politely quiet. I know you have to. You've got something you'd like to toss into the conversation. Come on in, jump in.
Of course, and me polite. Geez, wow, that you read me wrong. No, Sam, I handle more of the technical aspect of the music, the production values, and then I also try to get into the spiritual well-being of the music, for lack of better words. And what I want to know is, and I ask this of almost every guest that comes on board with us, is who or what is your muse? Where do you get your inspiration? And how did that factor into developing the sound that you guys have? Now, I realize that you've only been together for a year, so you're still a little wet behind the ears, as a old American colloquialism goes. But these are always questions that fascinate me. I want to know more about what goes through the collective mindset of creating this good music.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like it. It's a good question. It's a good question. Honestly, probably my biggest inspiration for me personally drumming is my dad. So he's been a drummer since he was about 15 years old.
Oh wow, great!
I grew up around sort of him being in bands. Grew up around him having a drum kit at my grandma's house, and that's kind of where it started. When I was about 5 years old, I used to start sort of tinkering around on the kit, trying to play drum beats and stuff like that. And ever since I've gotten older, I've gotten into like music like Led Zeppelin, Rage Against the Machine, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it's all bands that my dad likes as well. And over the years, we've kind of developed our own kind of style, and it's helped me kind of become the musician I am today. But the other members of the band, I'm sure, have got sort of similar stories. We've all been doing music for quite a while, even before we met each other.
You are nominated in a Best Artist for Indie Alternative Acts in an awards program.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I mean, it's quite early news for us at the moment. I mean, we just kind of got the call that we have been selected out of, I think it was quite a few bands, I think a couple hundred, maybe more.
Wow.
And yeah, they picked us for the nomination. I think we're still waiting on the results, but fingers crossed. I'm excited.
Well, I don't blame you. I would be too. And as you can see, we try to stay on top of things. We almost found out before you knew. But what is the awards program? What's the name of the awards?
I'm trying to think now. You might have me there.
Okay, well, it's so new that we don't even have the name of it. But, hey, anytime you get nominated in an awards program, it is an honor, regardless of the program itself. The fact that there are a group of people in the business who think you are deserving of an award, that in itself is an honor. And, hey, we wish you all the very best in that. And your new album, you've got a new album. Do you know about that? Do you know you're doing a new album?
Just about.
We're going to play Circus next, and in the minute or so we have left, tell us about that track.
Okay, so this is one of the ones that maybe took us a bit longer to write. It kind of the melodies and everything come off real quick, and we just wanted this song with a bit of personality, a bit of meaning behind it again, and it took a while to finally craft it into the song it is at the moment. But yeah, we'll kind of let you guys interpret what you think from the song, and it's probably one of our favourites as a band. So I hope you enjoy.
Well, good. At least I picked a couple of good tracks. And as John alluded, John is the technical end of this partnership, and also has he does have an interest in the muse and what gets into your head and where you draw your inspirations from. But I purposely don't play the music ahead of time for him because I'd like to get his cold first impression. So this will be the first time that he has heard this track, and
I am very much looking forward to hearing it too.
Oh wow, I'm honored. Yeah,
and probably the first. And probably the first time that it's been played in the States and maybe some of the other parts of the world that we reach. So we want to take this second to thank you so much for being here with us. Extend our best wishes to all the guys. Maybe next time we can get you all together and have you on the show. And please do keep in touch with us. Tell your friends about us. We want to hear from you and know what you're doing, okay?
Certainly will. Yeah, thank you again for having me on, and we will be back with the boys as well. Yeah, thank you so much for having us. Thank you for giving the airtime, and yeah, we'll spread the word.
Great, you're so welcome. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. They call themselves Second Hand Arms Dealer, and here's their new track called Circus.
Peace and mind now.
Well, there you have it. That's Circus by Secondhand Arms Dealer. Thank you so much. Don't forget, artists, don't forget to post your upcoming releases, show dates, and other music news on our Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/TheDavidBowersAwards and post them all up right there. We want to know what you're doing and help you promote it. Thank you to our guests this week, a Secondhand Arms Dealer and Cory M Coons, and we'll look for you all back here next week when we have another exciting show for you with a lot more great new indie music and talk with the artists who make it. John Bon Jovial, I think it's time to take us home.
Time to hit the long and dusty trail. Yes, sir. The David Bowers Awards is broadcast around the world from the studios of Computer Help USA in beautiful Naples, Florida, and also from the Valley of the Sun in Tempe, Arizona. And we are available for free on Blog Talk Radio, also YouTube, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Spreaker, Amazon Alexa devices, as well as SoundCloud and all these other places that you like to get your podcasts. So you can find us wherever great indie music is played. Click the follow link on our Blog Talk Radio page and like The David Bowers on Facebook. And be sure to follow us, please, on Twitter and Facebook as well to keep up with the show and all the indie music news that is happening as it's happening. Join us next week for The David Bowers Awards, Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern on WRFZ-FM 106.3 in Rochester, New York. That's Rochester Free Radio. And on Blog Talk Radio, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, and 6 p.m. UTC for more great indie music and talk with the artists that make it happen. So until next week for The David Bowers Awards and Nick the Geek, I am yours truly, the legendary John Bon Jovial, saying be good to each other, be peaceful. We will see you next week right here on The David Bowers Awards.